Aloha, my name is Damon Fairchild. Today I'll be using Camtasia to discuss how we can also use Adobe Photoshop to make cleaner presentations when we acquire images off of the internet. For example, you'll notice this image that we have here opened in Photoshop, which in theory could be the background of your PowerPoint presentation or whatever slide you may be using in your presentation. I have acquired this Facebook image here, and you'll notice around the edges we have this white color, which often happens when we copy images from the internet. Of course, if this was a copyright lesson, we would talk about proper attribution, but we're going to skip over that today and talk just specifically how we can use Photoshop to get rid of these white edges and make a cleaner look like you see here in this particular graphic. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. We're going to go step by step and again see how we can get from here to here. Alright, so I'm going to open up Google Chrome, which happens to be my browser of choice, but you can use whichever browser you like. And I'm just going to do a quick search for Facebook. Okay, once I've found Facebook, I'm going to click over here on the left-hand side on images, and you'll notice if you look down or read down here, you'll notice we see a number of words, and underneath any size there is the word large. And the reason I want to select large is because I want to work with the highest quality image that I can possibly find. So I'm going to click on this Facebook logo right here. Looks just like the one that we were looking at a minute ago. And after I click on that image, it's going to show me the article that it shows up in, give me a bigger view of it, but I'm going to click on full-size image right over here. So now I'm going to have the full-size image at my disposal, and there are two ways that I can use this image. I can either right-click and do Save Image As, and I can determine where I would like to save it and save it in the appropriate file by clicking Save. I'm going to cancel, because what I want to do is I just want to right click again and I want to do Copy Image. This is going to save me a step here, so I'm going to do Copy Image and I'm going to go straight into Photoshop. Now, one of the great things about Photoshop is that it's really smart. So if I create a new file, it's going to create that file in the exact size of the image that I have copied from the internet or wherever else I might have copied it on my computer. Now I can open this new file one of two ways. I can do File, New, or I typically like to use my keyboard commands, and on a Mac I'm going to do Command New. On a PC that would be Control N. I'm sorry, on a Mac Command in. I said Command New, but that's Command in. I'm going to click OK, and you'll notice that it's got the exact size of my image that I need. Now I can also do Edit, Paste to paste my image on here, or I can just do Command V. Alright, now you'll notice again we've got this white edge around the outside of our image that we just don't really like here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the Magic Wand tool, and you can see as I mouse over it for a few seconds that the Magic Wand tool shows up. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to click in the white here. And you'll notice that it automatically selects all of the similar information outside of that box. So we've got all of the white image copied here. Now I'm just going to do Edit, Cut, or again, if I want to use my keyboard shortcuts, I can do Command or Control X on the PC. And you'll notice that now we have a transparent background behind that. The white edge is gone. Really quick and easy. Now if I'd like to save this for future use, I can just do File, Save As, and I can put it in my Boise State 522 Camtasia presentation folder. Now there's a couple of things we need to remember here. In order to maintain that transparency, we have to save this as one of three different file types. We can save it as a TIFF, which is the default for me right now. We can also save it as a Photoshop document. We can also save it as a PNG or a PNG file. Any of those three will maintain that transparency in the background, which is really what we want to do. Okay, so we can save it. You can see I've already saved one in here, so I'm just going to click Cancel. And now I'm going to select my entire canvas, or select the image so I can copy it and paste it into the other image I was working on. I'm going to hit Command A or Control A, that's to select all, and I'm going to hit Command C or Control C if I'm on a PC. Now you'll notice here in Photoshop that my background is completely covered up. I've filled the screen with my image here, so I'm going to hit F, the keystroke F, so that I can get to my other images. Now I have this slide we were working on earlier. I'm going to click on that slide and I'm going to hit F again. You can see the images that we had here before as our sample. So I'm just going to click on the little eyeball right here just for the fun of it to make both of those disappear. And now I'm going to paste the image that I just worked on and copied into this document. So I'm going to hit Command V again or Control V to paste that on there. I'm going to select my Move tool, which is right up here in the top right hand corner of my toolbar, and I'm going to get this down into this corner where I want a little bit here so it's not dead center. Now this is obviously quite a bit larger than the images we were looking at earlier, so I want to shrink it down. And there's two ways that I can do that. I can do Edit, Transform, Scale, or if I would like to use keystrokes, I can just do Command or Control T. And you'll notice all of a sudden I have this box around the outside of my image with all these little squares in the corner. Now, as I shrink this down, I want to make sure that I maintain the same proportion of the image. So I'm going to hold Shift, click in that corner, and I'm going to drag it down until I get my little Facebook logo to be about the size I want it to. And I can click on it and move it around if I want to a little bit here. But you'll notice again I have a much cleaner image than the one that we started with. So as we're putting together presentations and we want to look a little bit more professional as we put these presentations together, this is a quick and easy way to use Adobe Photoshop, or you could do the same thing in Adobe Elements to help create a cleaner and a quicker presentation. Now again, if you're not using this exact slide in Photoshop for your presentation and you're just going to be saving those images and dropping them into a PowerPoint presentation, remember, save them as a TIFF, a Photoshop document, or a PNG. And hopefully this will help you have cleaner presentations going forward and you can look and feel a lot more professional. Mahalo for spending a few minutes with us and have a great day.